Jesse together. Come up with 200 points. Tell everybody right there what you're gonna win.
75,000 rand.
75,000 rand. Ready?
Yes, ready.
20 seconds on the clock, please. Clock will start after I read the first question. Name something that reminds you of your ex.
A bad song.
Something you do in a heat wave.
Sweat.
Clothing you do not need to hang.
Underwear.
A green vegetable in a salad.
Lettuce.
Something men spend too much money on.
Watches.
Come on, let's go. Let's see how we did.
Woo.
All right, here we go. Name something that reminds you of your ex. You said a bad song. Survey said something you do in a heat wave. You said you sweat. Survey said clothing you do not need to hang. You said underwear. Survey said there we go. A green vegetable in a salad. You said lettuce. Survey said something men spend too much money on. You said watches, of which I have none. Survey said that's okay, we got enough.
Thank you.
Come on, Jesse, let's go. Let's clear the board. Let's go. All right, Jesse, we've got a little work to do. Tyron, she did okay. She got 73 points. You need 127 to win. This is an important win for Tyron. Well, she had some nice camera time out here. All them dudes you've been running off. We finally gonna have the right one ring that doorbell.
100%.
We're not gonna kill him, we're gonna let him in. Okay, all right? So this is how this is gonna work. I'm gonna ask you the same 5 questions. You cannot duplicate the answers. If you do, you're gonna hear this sound. I'll say try again, you give me another answer. It's gonna be a little bit tougher this time, so we'll give you 25 seconds. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, come on, Jesse, let's go. Let's remind everybody of Tyron's answers. 25 seconds on the clock, please. The clock will start after I read the first question. Come on, man. Name something that reminds you of your ex.
Who?
Something you do in a heat wave.
Pool, swimming.
Clothing you do not need to hang.
Socks.
A green vegetable in a salad.
Cucumber.
Something men spend too much money on.
Cologne.
All right, let's go. Let's see what we got. All right, Jesse, let's go, man. We need 127 points. Name something that reminds you of your ex. Yeah, you said the pool, the little pile of stanky stuff on the ground. Survey said. Your wife's gonna love that answer, though, buddy. Something you do in a heat wave, you said swim. Survey said boom. Swim was the #1 answer. Also, name something that reminds you of your ex. Clothes was the #1 answer. Clothes.
So sentimental.
All right, here we go. Clothing you do not need to hang. You said socks. Survey said underwear was the #1 answer. We need 86 points for 75,000 rand. A green vegetable in a salad, you said cucumber. Survey said whoa, whoa. Lettuce was the #1 answer. I can only assume cucumber was #2. We need 52 points. We need one big one, buddy. Name something men spend too much money on. You said cologne. Survey said alcohol. Alcohol was the #1 answer. Well, but folks, We're gonna triple your points, so you walking out of here with 39,150 Rand. I'm Steve Harvey, everybody. We'll see you next time, folks.